Hello and welcome back to the Unapologetically Accurate Podcast. I'm your host, Jerry Lee.
I'm his co-host. I'm Luke.
And in today's episode, we are going to be reviewing Resident Evil Requiem. This man finally beat the game. We were waiting to do this episode on him to finish the game. I finished it, the first week it was out? Maybe the second week.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was going a little slow myself. But you just finished it
last week, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been less than 7 days, let's say.
For the most part.
Okay. So overall thoughts. Okay. Did you like it? Did you hate it?
I need that Michael Rosen video. Fantastic. I need that. We got to get that.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Fantastic. It's a great game. Great. Can't recommend it enough. I'll even recommend to anybody who's never played Resident Evil. You want a horror experience? That's some good stuff right there. Definitely. Especially those opening hours.
Okay. So I also absolutely loved this game. It's probably my highest rated game of the year so far, even though it's not my favorite game of the year so far. My favorite game of the year is Pragmata, another Capcom gem released. But this I would probably rate higher than Pragmata, just because it's so much everything I love about Resident Evil, and even some things I don't care for, but you can change it. Thank you. You have learned from your past, I would say, mistakes.
If you've tuned in and you've kind of seen like our intro video, or even our episode, the Smorgasbord that we just did recently, this man here does not like first-person shooters, and that kind of deterred him away from Resident Evil 7 and 8. Even though 8 does have a third-person mode, it didn't really satisfy what he saw in the demo, because there was a demo that had dropped for that, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I bought it, too.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so I bought it on PC on deep discount. I think I paid less than $4.
Oh, that's great. That's actually a damn good price.
For the gold edition.
Yeah.
So Resident Evil 7, I will not touch. It is first person only, and they've never said they were going to implement any third person into that game. I will never touch Resident Evil 7, ever. RoboCop gets a pass because he's RoboCop. Rogue City, in my opinion, best first person shooter ever made. Not because it's a great game, but because it has RoboCop.
No, it's a great game. I'm going to say that. It's a great game.
It's a good game. I wouldn't say it's great. It's a strong 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
That's still
okay, but going back to Resident Evil. So Resident Evil 8, later on, they started first person when it released. Later on, they added a third person game. But every time there's a cutscene, it goes right back into first person. And then it goes back out into the third person. I'm just like, you always know when something's about to happen because the camera goes, oh. So it's like it takes out any tension that would have been there in first person.
Yeah.
It takes it completely out. And like he still has really weird animations, like when he's climbing ladders and stuff. Just it wasn't it. In this game,
they heard all the fans that,
they did it right. When you're in first person, the cutscenes change. When you're in third person, the cutscenes, the animations, they change.
There are some moments, though, for Grace that it is dedicated to that.
But it goes into first person, like, I guess, slower.
Yeah.
So like it's not as jarring. It's not like, oh, we have to do first person. It's a cutscene. It was deliberate.
I take your word for that, because the whole zooming in and zooming out thing, you know what I'm saying? So I'll take your word for that. Definitely.
But you played 8 in first person,
but
right?
The third person, but I can't speak on that though. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm getting at, because you went in, what was it, on your RG Ally for the third person?
Yeah.
Or did you get a PlayStation 5? No, that's right. Deep discount. But see, for me, like, damn, I don't want to jump into spoilers already. All
right. No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers yet. But this man's happy because let's go into this, right? Requiem has settings. You can lock in for the two characters you play as. If you want to play in first person for both, you can do that. If you want to play in third person for both, you can do that. But there are some things though that they kind of sort of tweak to make the experience just a little bit more fair, which I do appreciate that from Capcom, even though it might be a bit annoying on some.
Yeah, so like when you're playing as Grace in first person, she moves a little slower, and in third person you're faster. So what they did is they added animations of her like tripping and stuff. Which if you ever played a first person game and you see someone trip, it's really jarring. So they didn't want to do that, so they just made her slower. But in third person, she's tripping and stuff like that. So like the amount of distance you cover is the same, even if you're moving faster at certain points.
And when you see that for the first time, it's going to put you on edge because you're like, whoa, what is going on here? Mm-hmm. And I got to say, at opening hours, chef's kiss. I'm telling you, chef's kiss. I did not anticipate like that. What you just said, I did not anticipate that. Because I damn near was screaming at the fucking TV. I was screaming at the TV. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I got to say though, man. Oh, also, you could still play third person, but you could also have it where if you want to aim and go into first person mode, if you're more precise like that, they give you options. And you got to tip the hat to the devs. You know, this is the same director who did 7, so that horror element, that aspect is heavily there.
Same team
too. Yeah. I think he did Revelations. I think that was his first Resident Evil game. I don't know the director's name.
It's either Revelations 1 or 2.
It was the first one. It was the first one. Yeah, his name will get it here for that special shout out, but. You know, but yeah, man, like you said, actually captures everything that you said you love about Resident Evil. Go ahead, continue that actually real quick, and then I'll go on to mine.
Okay, so the things I like about Resident Evil is twofold. The virus situation, how each strain offers something new. So like in the original, you had the T virus, which is the tyrant virus. Mm-hmm. So like all of the zombies and stuff, those were failed tyrant variants or variations of that injection. And then you had the G virus in Resident Evil 2. Then you had the C virus and Ouroboros
was 5.
Yeah, so 5. Then Las Plagas in 4. So like every Resident Evil introduces something new. And we're going to say the new thing in this game in the spoiler section, but they introduce a new virus in this game. And so I like that element. And the second element I like is just the characters that we've spent so much time with, interacting with new people. Like it's not always the old characters like Leon, Claire, Jill, Chris. It's not always the old characters. Grace, she's a wonderful character. She is evolving throughout the game, where the person she is at the beginning is not the person she is at the end. She's scared shitless at the start. Like, and you as the player have no real resources, so you are in her shoes, literally, especially if you play first person like he did.
No, I didn't play in first person.
Oh, you didn't?
I played Grace third person. I played the whole game third person.
What?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I was not going to do stealth in first person. I was not going to.
Real gamer.
Because, okay, but back what he was saying, though, Grace, the opening hours of the game, she is hyperventilating worse than Joe Morton at Terminator 2 before he decides to blow himself to smithereens. I mean, it was pissing me off playing it because it added to my like being on edge, like what's going to come next. She does this for hours, and it is fantastic character development, fantastic. And again, it just adds to that horror. It's so good.
But then you have the dichotomy of playing as the former Resident Evil protagonists, and it's such a shift in tone. It's like even if, how do I put this without spoiling anything? Even if you had the same tools as this character, because of the way that they're talking, the way that they're acting, you don't feel afraid like you did with Grace.
You're definitely right. So you're introduced to a enemy later on. Let's just say it's a more mutated version of a zombie as Grace. You want to get out of Dodge. Wasting bullets is not what you want to do in this game when you're playing as Grace. You want to get out. You want to run as fast as you can. When you're playing as the secondary character, Mr. Leon Kennedy, arguably, actually, no, let's just say it, he's the best character in this franchise. He's the GOAT.
At the very least, he's the top guy.
Yeah. Because my favorite female is Jill. I don't know.
Jill all the way.
Okay, so we're on the same page.
I love you, Claire. I love you. But Jill is my girl. I'm sorry.
So right there, you got the king and queen of Resident Evil right there from Unapologetically Accurate. But Leon, when you face the enemy, man, you ain't scared. That's gone. That is gone. You're determined to face these things head on. You're determined to face as many as you can because it's such a shift. But when you're playing as Grace, in my opinion, I don't know how you feel when you play horror games because I don't know if you're just like, nah, no worries.
It depends.
Okay.
Because like Dead Space, for whatever reason, gets to me. Resident Evil's never gotten to me. Like, even back in the day, I was never really scared of Resident Evil games, even though there's like really terrifying shit happening. I'm never like okay, gotta pause the game. But like for whatever reason, Dead Space does that to me, where it's just like, okay, let me pause real quick. Okay, we're good.
I think Dead Space, what kills me is because of the whole alien atmosphere. Ridley Scott alien. You don't know if someone's gonna pop out the vents. There's vents everywhere in Dead Space. You don't really see stuff like that in Resident Evil 2. It happens. Don't get me wrong, especially in this game.
Through the windows.
Yeah. But Dead Space, it's like you mind your own business, and then bam, and it's just like, or come out of the floor, and I'm like, oh, come on. Yeah, Dead Space. That's.
But like as far as Resident Evil is concerned, I don't really get scared.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Because me with the Grace segments, I saved quite a bit. I don't want to embarrass myself. I could tell you easily close to how many saves I got in this game, my first playthrough. Because I didn't play Classic, the Classic with the ink ribbon.
Yeah, I played normal. I think I had 37 at the end. 37 saves. How many did you have?
I'm not saying.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying.
Put it right here. How many?
I don't know the exact number. It was easily about $120. Anytime I took something out, I was damn near running back and saving because I was just like.
So how many chapters are there? Like 13, 14?
I can't remember.
So I had a save for every chapter, and
okay.
So that was like a third of my saves.
Oh, okay.
So I saved maybe twice in each chapter.
You're just locked in, and me, I'm just like, yep, that headshot's getting saved because I don't want to do this shit again. Yeah, I'm telling you. Even for when I was backtracking and picking up all the resources, I would run back and lock that in, man. I mean, the classic mode, I'm gonna have to do what you did. We don't know how many ink ribbons are going to be in the game. I don't know how many they even give you at the start of it. I don't know if they give them to you in your item box. Even then, Leon doesn't have an item box, so how is he going to save? You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Well, no, I think how it works, because I haven't played the mode yet, but I think his is the same. So it's only with Grace that you'd have.
Okay, well that's not bad. That's not bad then. Okay. But yeah,
because if you haven't figured it out by now, Grace is the horror section of the game. Leon is the action section of the game.
And that's a great blend right there. It really is, especially when you look in past Resident Evil entries and whatnot. 4, I thought, was a nice blend of both.
Because like the horror of 4 is the mystery of what the hell is going on in the village.
Oh yeah, definitely. But there was still some creepy moments though, because I would say like when you saw the Iron Maiden or the Regenerator, when you saw that motherfucker lurking, I'm like, what the fuck?
Especially in the original.
No, I'm talking about the original. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like that was creepy. It makes my skin crawl thinking about it. And
it's
then
just the sound it makes too.
Yeah, true.
It's like a cold shake.
Yeah. And telling you right now, OG RE4 still needs some love. So that's a good shout out to that game. But then 5 and 6 straight up was just straight action. Leon's campaign in 6 was the closest thing to any horror. that game could
Yeah,
provide.
just because it had normal zombies.
Yep.
It didn't have people shooting at you.
Guess what? It was the best campaign in that whole game. If you're gonna play 6, just play that campaign and move on.
Be done with it.
Move on. Because everything
Even
else.
if you have to fight a giant zombie T-Rex thing that somehow goes big then goes small, then
That was the one with Chris, right?
no, the zombie T-Rex was Leon.
Oh, it was Leon? I forgot about that because I knew. I remember.
Chris
had a kaiju. He had like a kaiju
he had the
thing
kaijus, and then he had the I think it was like a spider thing.
It's been years, man.
And it's been since PS3.
I'll play it with you if you ever want to, but I'm not going to be sober when I'm
If we
playing.
want to subject ourselves to that.
Well, we'll make some good comments. I'll tell you that. It'll be entertaining. You'll see a bottle of J&B in the corner. You'll just see me with the whip, just making sure.
Let's go back.
Yeah, let's stay.
Let's get out of the mud and go back to greatness.
Yeah. Back to the light.
Go ahead.
So, I'm going to be honest, man. As much as I love Leon Sections, as I look back, though, I think because how well done that horror was and the surprises out of the blue for Grace's game. I would say in the Rhodes medical facility.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the highlight of the game is the hospital.
That right there. Let's not touch spoilers yet. I just think that for me, the different zombies.
Okay, hold on. Let's give our ratings for the game, then we'll go into spoilers.
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, because I'm ready to go head on into this.
So my rating for the game, 9.5. There are a couple of little nitpicks that I could pick at, but this is as close to flawless as I think any Resident Evil game has ever gotten. There are so many things to like in this game. The amount of options for play styles that this gives you, every game should be like this. I can play it in third person. I can play it in first person. I can play some sections in first person or third person. I could have like the old school Metal Gear Solid thing where you aim down sights and it's in first person and then it goes back into third person. It has accessibility options for like, I don't feel like pressing this button a lot. I can just hold it down. There's an option to turn off QuickTime events. There's so many options that make this tailor-made to whatever type of gameplay you like. And I really appreciate that. The story is really good. It's a nice Leon story. It's a nice Grace story. Yeah, 9.5.
I would give the score for me 9.25. My only real nitpick is a certain character. And although the game is awesome, story, a little heavy on the nostalgia side, but nothing wrong with that. I'll kind of, go into that later on. But it's just really just one character I had a problem with in the game, basically. But I gotta say, man, Capcom fired on all cylinders and, man, delivered. I hope it gets nominated for a GOTY. I really hope.
It's a sure.
I don't know if it's going to win because, I'm losing track of what the hell's released this year. I'm not going to lie. But
if this doesn't win, then it's going to be Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, yeah, true. Because I was thinking about that, but what could be afterwards, you know what I'm saying? But then again, they kind of cut off around December anyway, so...
Well, the cutoff is, I think, 2 or 3 days after Grand Theft Auto releases.
Really? Oh, never mind then. So that's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But...
They made sure Grand Theft Auto was...
But let's be honest, after the little bit of a surprise that Rockstar did, even if they win, they didn't win. Because you know what? That was some trashy stuff they did. Put the crown right there, okay? Capcom killed it.
All right, so let's go into spoilers.
Boom, finally, because it's hard to tiptoe around that.
So why didn't you like Ada not being there? Is that why you took off 0.75 because Ada wasn't there?
Actually, it wasn't even that, man. Since the spoilers are up, Great Value Wesker.
Oh yeah, the clone.
That was my biggest problem with the fucking game. I wanted more of that character, or if not, they should have just erased him completely. They shouldn't even had him because it was Dr. Victor Gideon is probably my favorite character in this game. He's great. He kills in every scene.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. The fucking grill, his teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I want a grill like that just because his teeth are all jagged and gold. I think he has a grill now with their implants, but the dude is a great villain. And they have Xeno come out, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. I wonder what this is. And I'm like,
the fact that you never even really fight him.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted that. Or, it'd been something cool with it, even if you didn't really fight him, but like an altercation, like let's say you have to avoid him. And like, remember Batman Arkham Origins where you had to sneak around Bane? That would have been really cool. Like,
because he's super fast like Wesker was. So straight up fighting him,
absolutely
not really an option.
Yeah, especially in later stages of the game, Leon is like in the brink of death. So he definitely cannot do that. But yeah, Xeno is my biggest gripe with it, man. Like, it's such a shame because if you're not going to use him properly, don't have him in it.
Okay, so I have 2 gripes with the game. And each one take off 0.25.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up at my 9.5. So the first gripe, not enough guns. The amount of guns, I think this might be the least amount of variety in the guns of any Resident Evil game.
He is right. Yeah.
Because I was expecting at least a couple more, like especially for Grace.
Ooh, yes, definitely.
Because like on subsequent playthroughs, if you don't have the infinite, what is it, needler or nail gun? Or
that was her handgun that you can get with the points, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a burst handgun. I think.
That's basically her only extra gun.
And even then, it's still a handgun at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's RoboCop's pistol.
And then for Leon, you have an extra Magnum you can get.
You can get an extra Magnum. There is a gun that takes up the rifle. It's basically Xeno's gun.
Oh, yeah. The one-shot gun.
Yes, sir. And Leon has an assault rifle that apparently is better than the other 2 that he gets. The SMG that you can get, like the Uzi 9mm, and then the other one is the one that you can make into an assault rifle, basically. Yeah.
But I wanted some more weapons for Grace. It's my gripe.
That's fair.
But the other gripe, Emily, the part where she's just inside the mutation. No, I'm afraid if 20 plus years of Resident Evil has taught me anything, 30 years now. Good Lord. Because what, 96, 95?
Yeah, about now.
30 years. If 30 years of Resident Evil has taught me anything, is that you are not inside these mutations.
You are
the mutation. If you're injecting or have been injected with something and been bitten, you are the mutation. The fact that Leon's like, I didn't hit any vital points.
I would have preferred Gideon before Grace leaves in the helicopter. Some type of
injection or something.
That would have been perfect. Yeah. That'd have been fine. Or just have another clone at the ARC facility. That's it.
That also could have worked.
That would have been fine.
But man, it took a moment that made me dislike Grace as a character. Like, no, don't shoot all this. Like it made me actively dislike a character that I was rooting for. But then it made her look even more stupid later because Emily was alive.
And they show this. They show her like inside the monster mutation. As a little girl, and I was that took me down.
And so that's the other 0.25 that I took off for the game.
So Xeno's my biggest complaint, and I know I said the nostalgia leans heavily on. It's not a bad thing. It's just one of those things that it's like, I
loved going back to the RPG.
I had no problem with that. I did it. It's just, again, you already have the GOAT coming back, and then Raccoon City's front and center. Really, like, that's when the game really moves forward after Rhodes.
Yeah, RPD.
Yep, that is the game right there, man.
And look, it's on the disc. No download. Just Microsoft, Sony. There's still time.
Just
you can make more of these.
Just buy it physically, like that. I don't give a shit. It's on sale digitally. Buy it. But we'll start from the very beginning. Holy shit, man. Grace getting sent to that motel. That is some dark shit from her boss. Her boss is an asshole, man.
Her boss is corrupt.
Yeah.
If you read the files, his ass is corrupt.
So, poor Grace has to go to a motel. She's by herself, no partner. And the fucked up thing about this motel is, you wanted me to say it, or would you like to say it?
You go ahead.
her mother, an investigator character, was Alyssa. Alyssa Ashcroft, and if you played the Resident Evil Outbreak game, she was a playable character, so that was actually pretty damn cool. I like that.
Nice throwback.
Yes, really, really cool.
It's a deep cut.
She is an investigator. She's a reporter, so essentially, not many people like that, especially in corporations. But the fucked up thing about this is you get a little flashback. Unfortunately, her head almost gets lopped off for knowing a little too much. So Grace is getting all these little cryptic notes. They're setting the atmosphere. Man, when I was playing the game and I turned off the flashlight, it was like a fucking black wall was in front of me. Mm-hmm. You couldn't see nothing. It didn't matter if there was because the windows are boarded up because they revealed that there was a fire happening in the flashback. Jet black. That put me on edge. I was like,
you need to watch it on my OLED.
Yeah, we'll check it. But yeah, that flashlight was on. And it set the tone. It set the atmosphere. Grace is investigating. She's the FBI.
No, hold on.
What?
You've glossed over something that I pointed out the first time you ever fired up the game.
You talking about
the guy in the trench coat?
Yeah.
Capcom, what are you doing? You gave this white guy who looks like he's cosplaying as Mr. X from Resident Evil 2. You gave this man so much cake, and he is the first person on the street when she's going to her hotel investigation. And this man's cake was just on the screen. And then the second you get to play, as in move Grace, he runs past you and the cake is shown again.
Whoever your favorite porn star is, yeah, he's got more ass than her. That's all I'm gonna say.
I had to pause the game. I'm like, did they mean to do this? Because this is front and center. As soon as she gets onto the street out of the FBI office, this is what you see first thing. And then when you play, you see it again because he runs the opposite way he was walking in the cutscene.
And you do see him again, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The man has cake for days. Okay, he can feed a lot of birthday parties with this cake.
Oh, sorry.
But go ahead, go back to the hotel. All jokes aside.
Very cryptic. She's getting some notes. And after the flashback, we are introduced to the main villain of the game. Did I miss anything? Because really, it was just the cryptic notes and...
no, he takes her in,
Yeah. So we go ahead and we get... Actually, no. The cop part. Remember the cop part?
Well, yeah, but that's a little later. But...
It's a little later? I thought she runs away and then she runs into Victor Gideon.
What? So the cop is like,
yeah.
Victor, I mean, I guess it's all in the same scene.
Yeah.
But
so she runs into a zombie, and the cop that was directing her where to go, he's in the building, but yeah, he zombified, and that's where it kind of goes in the first person for a moment, but it's really cool, real tense sequence. Had a great time.
As soon as you reach the door leading to downstairs, that's when it goes first person for the first time.
Yeah, and I'm cool with that. I like that because it's setting the atmosphere. And you're introduced to Dr. Victor Gideon, the main bad guy. Man, this dude. He's
creepy.
He's creepy.
He was creepy before he got infected.
Yeah, they show pictures of him in news reports or magazines. I don't know how anyone could work under this Joker. This dude could scare paint off a fucking house. I mean...
He looked like Frankenstein's monster in the picture
already. And the crazy part is, it's like, picture Buffalo Bill, Ted Levine from Silence of the Lambs, but this dude is just falling apart, like facially, and was he already like slightly gray, like off color, you would say?
In the beginning of the game?
Not in the game. I'm talking about like the picture of him in like the news report or whatever it was. He already looked.
I want to say it was a black and white picture, so it's hard to tell.
But yeah, this dude's creepy. He is creepy. And then he's sly how he talks. Come in, Miss Ashcroft. Like it's very, very chilling when you hear him speak, but it's one of the best things about the game.
He gives off definitely rapey vibes.
Yeah, but you know what though? When you watch the cutscene now, that doesn't help.
Got you strung up.
And it's all of a sudden, the Bill Cosby comes out. Miss Ashcroft, I'm gonna need you. I want to taste your pudding.
Here's a
know,
little pudding pop.
I'm gonna put you in this chokehold, and I'm gonna put you on my shoulder, and we're gonna have a good time.
Man just wanted to date, and he just took it the wrong way.
Yeah, no witnesses either, because shortly after, unfortunately, Miss Ashcroft gets put into a Roddy Piper sleeper hold. The goat comes into play, and
driving his product placement. I mean, his Porsche.
Rightfully, woefully deserved, though. I mean, he has saved the world.
The man saved the president's daughter. He's,
yeah,
he's earned it.
Yeah, and he the watch too was product placement also.
The 65K watch?
Hamilton or something like that. I think he was also wasn't he wearing like Adidas also? Like Adidas like boots or something like that?
Yeah, but that's in the realm of feasibility.
That is true. You'd have to be a sneakerhead to really identify that, yeah. but the watch.
But a couple hundred for the shoes, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Thousands, I'm sorry, you're a field agent and you're wearing $100,000 on your wrist. The wrist is going to be banged into. No, I'm sorry.
He still deserves it though.
He deserves it. But he should have been wearing it.
But that was one of the best cutscenes in the game.
Him noticing.
Gideon is walking nonchalant with Grace on his shoulder, and is that girl okay? And I forgot what he says, but Gideon breaks out a fucking dart gun and starts shooting pedestrians. And guess what? Them pedestrians, they're not going to sleep. No, they're going to be a little rabid and they're going to be craving human flesh. And Leon is witnessing this as he is trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And one of the best action sequences, even in a video game, flawless.
Somewhere like a traffic and everything.
Oh my God, dude. That shit took me back. I want to say, even though it wasn't really an action sequence, it was just an intense moment, was Joel carrying his daughter in The Last of Us. That's what it reminded me of. But you got a gun and you can help pedestrians not get killed. It was one of the coolest things ever. You get to throw a pipe. Requiem was already available to use. I didn't use Requiem. I was like, I'm going to save this for...
I told him later, I said, it doesn't matter how many shots you fire with Requiem.
As Leon.
Grace is going to get that one bullet all the same.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I was like, I'm not going to use it. You can use his axe, his combat hatchet.
Yeah, the parry mechanic was introduced in the Resident Evil 4 remake, and it was definitely refined in Requiem. Because, I don't think I ever parried anything in Resident Evil 4 remake. And I was parrying everything in Requiem. So much so that this game taught me the parry so well. When I replayed the Resident Evil 4 remake, I was parrying just instinctively. And it worked. It worked the same.
And what was great about the combat hatchet is Leon can sharpen it and the durability goes back up. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about no points or having to replace a combat hatchet at some point in the game. You can upgrade it and you can get a different one. Wasn't there a few different ones, if I'm not mistaken? Because I know later on in the game you get one for a boss battle, but
yeah,
I think there's ones you can buy though, right?
So you get his normal one. You get the one from the Hunk. If that was Hunk, I think it was Hunk. You get one from Hunk, and then there's one in the shop. But unless I'm wrong, the one in the shop looks exactly like Hunk's. So I don't know if it has different stats or what, but it looks identical.
So there's different variations there when you keep playing the game. Fantastic sequence, though. You're on the streets. It's a little damp, a little rain. You're saving people. Cars are crashing. I mean, right there, that was just a hell of an intro, from introducing Grace and the pitch darkness, the flashback, introducing our main villain, and then our main hero seeing what's going on and going into that. 10 out of 10 for that intro. And if you're, if that ass is a little scary, you might knock off some points. Just give that a pass, okay? Capcom, I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but
There was just one guy behind the keyboard, like, I know people are going to notice this, but I don't care.
And yes, that cutscene when you see Gideon or when you're playing as Leon, yeah, I think when you see Gideon, you see the guy again. That's what we're saying. You see the guy again.
Anytime there's a crowd of people, you see this guy, because even at the end, you see him again, but you see him from the front.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you see him from the front.
Black trench coat. Just keep in mind, you see a black trench coat. Yeah, Betty Crocker over there. So, and after that moment, Grace is strung up, covered in sweat. This is where this game's creepy factor hits that ceiling.
Before we get into the creepy factor, this is where the graphics are on display.
Oh yeah.
Like the hair, like when she's upside down, like the hair is like above her, and like she gets, starts rocking and like, oh man, the graphics look so good. The sweat going, oh dude.
The RE engine, great stuff.
Like
great stuff.
They were flexing.
Great stuff. I'm telling you right now, I didn't see on the Pro, so I want to get a look at that because I play on the base PS5. But yeah, the RE engine killed it, especially right there once it just snaps the Grace hanging upside down.
And the performance is solid as a rock. Like I didn't notice a drop until way later in the game when explosions and shit were happening. That's the only time I ever noticed a frame rate drop at all.
So this is the part where we are introduced to our stalker enemy. Let me ask you, when you were playing as Grace and you had to get to that box, how tense was it for you?
So this is one of the things that I was worried about with the first person, third person thing, where it's like, okay, how are they going to make this make sense in third person? Because in first person, you hide under the table, and oh, the girl can't see me, I'm under the table. You can't see behind me because of the way the camera is. So in third person, it's a little less believable that the girl didn't see her. Because like we were both playing in third person, so we're hiding under the desk, and the desk is it's a normal thickness desk. It's not like a extended one. So like you're telling me when she goes behind the desk, she doesn't see your feet dangling there. So that took me out of it a little bit. But the funny thing is, like when you're moving the cart over, in order to get the thing on top of the shelf, and like the girl is walking through the window and the shadow on the window, like, oh, that's
the thunder.
That's creepy.
What didn't help though, right, was when you're moving the cart and the stuff that's spilling at the top of it. I was getting mad. I had to pause the game.
Put your fucking arm on the top of it.
Like when the stuff was spilling, I was like, I had to pause it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me right now. Like, this is not the time to be making noise. Like, because the girl, again, ugly as sin. We'll have like a little image here. She is creepy. This is our stalker enemy for Grace for a good while. Other surprise we're about to talk about real soon. But yes, it's dark. There's some red lighting, like an emergency exit, or I can't remember if like emergency power.
Exit,
yeah, and that is it. And I think it might be a green light also where you were trying to get something of importance, but there's not really a lot of lighting. And this section, you run into a little chapter, a little kid's book.
Yeah.
And it's creepy as hell. Because it reminds me of the movie, what was that movie with Chastain? I think it was Mama, if I'm not mistaken. Or Lights Out. No, it was Lights Out. My fault. Lights Out, that's what it reminded me of. And the whole ending of the book, though, when Grace is reading it, Stay in the Light. Hair on my arm stood up, man. I was like, I know what to do. Like, that was it. The first person segment, though, with it, the girl, the body comes out.
Yeah, behind the door.
Yeah. Top notch. You see the girl come out, giant hand.
Yeah, with like that.
Just decapitates a corpse. And Grace is running. And again, this is where the fumbling comes in. Grace, when she runs, she busts her ass in the hallway. It was tense. And she goes into the room that's well lit. the girl comes in, but she can't.
Yeah, she gets burned by the light as soon as she comes out.
And she kind of disintegrates. You see like her skin, her flesh
starts melting off and stuff.
Yeah, so she backs away, but you got to get something because the door is locked. You need a fuse. You got to get a tool. And we were talking about the cart. That's the whole point of it. You got to get on a cart to get to the box. Like you said, it's just reach.
So, right. So I actually watched a speed run of this part because I plan on doing a hardcore run eventually. And if you actually stand in a certain point, the girl will come through the door and knock into the cart you're supposed to push, and you can stand on it immediately as she's coming through the door, grab it, and run out from behind her, and she can't do anything about it.
That's what's up. Okay.
You don't have to do any of the other parts.
I think I was like taking my time. I was probably in that segment, I'm not lying, for probably 30, 40 minutes. Bro, I was on.
What was your total playtime?
I can't recall, actually. I'm not lying.
So mine, I want to say I ended it like, it's between 14 and 16 hours total.
I was past that. I will say that. Yeah. I was definitely past that. Because, the PlayStation timetable is never
According to the PlayStation dashboard, I was between.
Because you don't know, because me, pause, go to the bathroom, got distracted with something. But yeah, the girl, though, that segment was probably at least 30 minutes. It was tense as hell. Because I'm like, I had the glass. You get glass bottles in this segment and you can use it. Bro, she played me. Threw it. I'm thinking she's coming in. And I go around. She comes down from the ceiling. I went, are you fucking kidding me? I ran back into the room. I was like, yo, she did me dirty, man. It's like the glass bottle thing didn't work. It's like she's got to see you, and then you can maneuver around. Because it's really easy when you look back at it, and once you know her movements. Because even though as creepy as she is, she does move pretty slow.
Yeah.
Compared to Jack from Resident Evil 7, yeah. And the harder difficulties for him, he's damn near running after you like, the Terminator. But man, dude, that was creepy.
Well, she gets faster if you up the difficulty.
I believe that.
Like not by a lot. Not she's still not Jack fast or Nemesis fast. Definitely not. But
I could see her.
She gets a little faster.
I could see her come out the ceiling also a lot more often too. But once you get the fuse, you open.
Yeah, I think I fucked with her a little too much because I kept leading her to the room and burning her, and. I think I did it like 3 times in a row.
Did she knock the power out?
No, she just never came back again.
Because she knocked the power out, unless it's the save room I'm thinking about.
So no, the power goes out whenever you take the one fuse in the kids' room.
No, because she did knock the power out in one of the rooms. I can't remember if it was the first room where Grace was strung up or the save room. Because the save room, I think it was the save room. She knocked the power out in the save room for me. That pissed me off.
I mean, she might have done that for mine too, but like. I remember standing in the hall, going back and forth, and her never coming. So like after I had burned her 3 times, she was like.
So that's pretty cool for the AI to, kind of adapt to some degree. Kind of reminds me of Alien Isolation.
Because after I did that, she didn't chase after me again until I was running towards the exit.
But yeah, getting the fuse in because the exit you got to get a fuse. The exit's barred off completely, so you got to power that on to get out. And that part right there moves on to where Leon is introduced in the Rhodes.
Yeah, he goes into the medical facility, and I love you, Leon. You did not give a shit about that nurse's life. He just he sees the doctor. He's clearly a zombie, and he just like, well, what happens happens. And she just gets chainsawed. I'm just like, wow. I
kind of do feel bad for her. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, she was just doing her job, checking in a visitor, and just gets chopped down.
The worst heart attack imaginable, basically. And it's another great action sequence. It's fantastic. Chainsaw is implemented. You can go ham like Ash from Evil Dead with that sucker.
Did he ever kill you with that chainsaw?
No, he didn't kill me. No, he didn't kill me. He killed you?
No. I saw the kill animation.
Oh, really?
He chops Leon in half and like is still holding half of them and starts eating them while he's holding
Oh,
them.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I didn't see that. I did not know that.
I was like, oh, that's awesome.
No, when it was spinning on the floor, I got nicked, though.
Mhm.
That pissed me off. I was like, God damn it, because I'm ready
There
to
goes my perfect run.
I'm ready to go ballistic with this thing. Yeah, it's so great. It's a little cramped. The zombies are getting up out of the bed because, you know, they kind of sound the alarm like, everybody needs to evacuate. But, you know, it's a trap, you know. So for Leon, it's just another Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such another great sequence. And it leads to Leon.
I think I'll get a second opinion.
Yeah. Oh, so
His one-liners.
love the one-liners from this character. It leads to Leon running into Grace because Grace, at the end of that segment, when she opens the door, she's not out scot-free. The girl grabs her, and the girl don't give a shit that she's getting burned. Grabs her, drags her, cuts to black. Got Leon in the facility, kicking some ass. Leon saves Grace from the girl.
Boom, boom, boom.
Unloaded.
With the Requiem.
Straight Danny DeVito. Anyway, I started blasting. I mean, he blew the whole dome completely off.
Mm-hmm.
But that ain't over yet. Yes.
Starts throwing back.
Yes. So Grace gets out, but unfortunately the door cuts off her and Leon. So Leon gives her a really cool little gift.
He gives her a little gift with one little present.
You better make that shot count. Yes, Grace gets Requiem, and you better make that shot count.
So I want to know, what did you use the bullet on? He gives you one magnum bullet.
Hold that thought real quick.
Okay.
The goat gets captured by Dr. Gideon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to elaborate on that. He gets caught by Gideon. He gets put in a chokehold. Very different from Grace's. Grace gets a very gentle one. This, he gets hoisted up. So, you want to know.
Yeah. What enemy earned the bullet?
The enemy that earned the bullet was the cook.
Me too.
I shot the cook, but I did not shoot the cook in the kitchen. I shot the cook when he was patrolling the hallway.
Oh, so he was from behind.
Oh, I managed to sneak past him. Definitely. I snuck past him because that shit was creepy. Because when you're playing as Grace in the medical facility, once you got out of the hallway, you patrol the West Wing, right?
West is first, yeah.
Yeah, you patrol the West Wing. There's a lot of doors that are open. So you're going in blind. There's zombies in the hallway. And it's great because there's a different variety of the zombies. You got a maid one. She's always scrubbing. You got one that's like the butler. You turn the light, his ass is going to go turn off that light. That is so good. I love the variety of the zombies because it's not just going to be...
Yeah, they kept some of their personalities, like in the original text.
That is so good. That was so good. Yeah, so the chef, the cook, you just hear like the stomping noise. I thought it was music originally. I'm like, this music's getting loud. And I see what was going on. And he's chopping meat. Bruh, that took me back to the Evil Within. The sadist, that's what it reminded me of.
Mm-hmm.
I had a pause. I'm like, what the fuck am I
And
doing?
the stuff in his freezer, the buckets of guts and stuff like that.
And he'll come back, like he'll cutting, and then he'll turn his attention. So you gotta time this because you can move it, and then it's like a cart with guts and whatnot, and he keeps coming back to keep cutting up stuff. So he'll keep going. So you gotta time it right. So I just moved it back. People were moving it forward. I was like, are you fucking insane? I was like, because I was watching a Let's Play. I was like, why are they moving it forward? Like, that defeats the purpose, pulling it back. And then it's longer for him to go get his supplies. Mm-hmm. And he can sneak past him through the door. And then
I just shot him.
I didn't shot him for, I saved it for the hallway. I did. I was like, I'm making this last because I wasn't sure at the time.
So I went right to him, went boom. He was like, ah, like that. I booked it. And then in the hallway, he was the first victim of the injector.
Did he follow you into the hallway where the other zombies were or no? Like after you shot him?
He was right outside the little casino room.
Because that's where I ran into him.
Yeah.
Because I had seen him, but I wasn't sure if he was going to
He can actually come into the casino room, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All the zombies can.
Oh, okay. Because how I took him out was I used Requiem, and then with, I think it was Grace's handgun.
Mm-hmm. So here's the funny thing. So I got Grace's handgun the second time you play as her in the ward.
Oh, okay.
Because I missed it. Where the piano and stuff were, I missed it entirely.
Well, let's be honest. That segment, the singer,
See, me too. That's why I didn't even go over there.
And there was, I think, 3 zombies in that room. So that was...
There was 3. Yeah, exactly. It was a singer.
And 2 regular zombies.
The one on the piano, or other side of the piano. And then there was one at the bar.
And I remember...
that's where the gun was, at the bar.
You can hear her from a distance, too. Before you get to that room, you can hear her from a distance. And it is fucking eerie. Yeah. Sound design, fantastic. Because when I heard from a distance, again, pause moment. I'm like getting ready. I'm just like, all right, what am I going to do? When I open the door, I snuck by. I missed the fucking antique coin. That was like right there.
Well, they give you plenty.
They give you plenty, definitely. But, you know, when you need it, you need it. You know what I'm saying? Because the casino...
I collected all of them, even though I wasn't doing anything. I had already unlocked everything.
It'd been cool if you could have gotten something out of that, though. But I'm not mad, though, at the end of the day. But yeah, Grace's...
I'm never getting the platinum because they have some BS trophies in this game, unfortunately.
The one that is probably the most BS is the
no healing.
Yeah, it might be possible on easy, but you have to be careful with certain parts with Leon. But back on topic though, yeah, when you run into the singer for the first time as Grace, bruh,
I didn't even know, because I did not try to fight in that room. I didn't even know she could like scream out and like the whole scream. I didn't know until the second one up where you had to get the blue chemical,
the acid. Yeah.
So I didn't even know that was a thing.
See, she stunned me because I took her out. I eventually was like, okay, I got to see what's in this room. Because something about Resident Evil, you want to be as thorough as possible. If you're not being thorough, you're not playing the game properly.
Right.
I was like, I got to see what's in this room. So I might have brought a couple extra healing items just in case. And it was just bam, bam, just headshots galore. You know what I'm saying? I was even using the knife, the makeshift knives. If they fell on the floor, bruh, I was going to town with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she stunned me. She can stun you, and Grace is like, and the worst part about it is the zombies will still continue to come at you. They don't get stunned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So when I got stunned, I was like, oh shit, okay, we got a problem here. But I eventually took her out, and it was great because you find Grace's handgun. Grace's handgun is way better than the starter one from the dining room.
Oh, yeah.
Way better. And especially when you get the steroid to the stabilizer to make her...
I was expecting way more of those shots throughout the game.
I was disappointed because I was also anticipating that more.
I guess on your second playthrough, you keep everything, so you keep getting better.
I hope, man, because that would suck if you...
Because I've only played the game all the way through once. So I started a hardcore run recently. So
yeah, I hope,
but I haven't gotten to the injector, so I'm not sure if the stuff I did on the first playthrough carries over or not.
I would have thought that'd have been a trophy also, like maxing out that stat.
It might be. I haven't looked at the list thoroughly.
Oh no, it doesn't. I checked it after I beat the game. Yeah. So Grace's objective is to get out of the facility. She needs 3 of these little keys. It's like a cube. That's her whole point in this segment. So there's many different ways of how you're going to get some, but let's point out, well, there's 2 of them we got to talk about, but one of them is great because it's one of the best jump. It might be the best jump scare in the game. When you got to find the bottle of acid, you find the body laying there. It's got a bracelet. Why don't you tell the audience what is waiting for you there?
So you take the bracelet, and then you see the biggest, fattest motherfucker you've ever seen go right at the screen.
This dude is Pearl from Blade, but this motherfucker can move. Okay, I mean, he's not fast. You can avoid him, but he's gonna squeeze through some areas, and he talks some shit to you. I mean, I think his first line's like, "Don't fuck with me," and I'm just like, and the music was what got me. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? So I think I remember
this man texted me, and he was like, "You did not tell me about this."
I was caught off guard because you get some temporary stalker enemies outside of the girl, and this character's Chunk. And yes, it's a fat bastard to say the least. The cook is a temporary stalker enemy, but you can still kill him too, and there's trophies for that.
He has more life than a normal zombie, but he's not going to be tailing you throughout everywhere you go.
But Chunk will patrol the east wing of this facility, and you can kill him, but do note, depending on the difficulty, use your resources at your own risk, because hemolytic injectors are introduced, and that's the stealth weapon for Grace. And when you run,
that's how I killed the chef in the hall, just right to the back.
Yeah, me was Requiem, and then I pulled out the handgun. Yeah, I mean, he took more bullets than 50 Cent.
But see, I didn't have Grace's handgun. I had the crappy starter.
You know what? I could be wrong. I can't remember, to be honest with you, because it's been a minute. But yeah, I shot him. Yeah, again, Danny DeVito. I started blasting, and I was hitting the head every time. And to add insult to injury, I wasn't sure, because when the blister heads wasn't introduced, I was like, "Oh, is this Joker gonna turn into a blister head?" So I did go and blew his head. Because I was being thorough. Because imagine him as a blister head, and he's hulking. Yeah. He's massive.
Yeah, he's a big muscular guy.
Yeah. But yeah, Chunk is introduced, and you need this bracelet to access certain doors through the facility. And when he is introduced, yeah. And it's a good thing to kill him because you get charms as Grace. But man, dude, I ain't gonna lie. You have no idea how bad on another playthrough I just want to play as Leon just to fight every single one. I think that, like, if I ever do another playthrough, I'm gonna try to sneak with Grace and leave as many enemies alive, so I can just
clean house.
Yeah, make that Leon segment, because you know the third gem, because the first one's pretty straightforward. The second one with getting the acid, getting through Chunk and whatnot. The third gem, this right here was caught me by surprise. It's kind of pissed me off just a little bit, not in a bad way, but just like, fuck. It's in Braille. You're introduced to Emily. We kind of slipped past that. You're introduced to Emily.
Thank God there's a little blind girl who can read Braille.
And
how fortunate.
By this point in the game, you're introduced to the blister heads. That was the enemy that I was talking about. That when you play as Grace, don't shoot them. Save your bullets. As Leon, bring out that shotgun, use that hatchet, go ham on them. It's a good time. It's a great time. The blister heads as Grace, you better haul ass. You better haul ass like the Warriors trying to get back to Coney Island. Like, they are not worth. They're not worth the bullets.
So the blister heads are the first thing that kills me in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't die as Grace.
So I died in the name of science. This was my first manual save. Is right as the blister head was introduced. So I saved in like the little hallway thing, right where there's like the parking lot and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so that save point, that's the first save point I actually used. I saw how much does it take to kill one of these blister heads. I had, I think, like 18 bullets. So I didn't have Grace's handgun. I had just a starter pistol. So I used all 18 shots, headshots on a blister head. It still didn't go down. So maybe you can tell me, or maybe you can't. I don't know. Can you kill them without the injector?
Honest to God, I only killed him with an injector, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I ever killed one with Grace's handgun at all.
Because I know you can kill him with Leon's guns.
Leon, I killed one with the Uzi.
Yeah.
I have a clip of me accidentally shooting one in the leg because it was one of the more infected enemies, the poking ones. And I shot one, and that one fell over. I was like, oh, I thought you had to keep aiming for the head for these suckers. Okay, cool, great. But yeah,
because I unloaded every bullet I had, and he just kept coming and he killed me, so I had to reload. So I don't know if Grace can kill them with guns or not.
Because I remember even in the same hallway after the parking garage segment, I tried that, and I was hitting the head, bam, bam. And the prompt came up to hit it with the hemolytic injector, and I just kept going and going and going. I said, I'm done, and I reloaded. I said, I'm not even going to attempt this.
Yeah.
I gave up because you did all in the name of science. Me, I gave up halfway through the project. I said, I'm not even doing this. This is a waste of bullets.
Yeah.
This is a waste of bullets. I'm like, the fact that
I just wanted to see,
because how many bullets did her gun have? 8 to 10?
The first one had like 8, I think.
So that right there in Resident Evil, I would say RE2, like what would you say, about 4 headshot would take them down for the most part.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. Because, the headshots were never guaranteed to take down an enemy in that game. But, damn, I could have swore I went past the clip when I was shooting that thing. And, yeah.
I believe it. I did. I went through 2 full clips and then the couple that were left. And it still wasn't going down.
Yeah. The blister heads, just save it. Don't even use the knife. I wouldn't even recommend that. Because she gets a lot of makeshift knives. Don't even do it. Just run.
So, especially the one that was in the hallway, leading to the parking lot. I used the knife so he would get stunned and I could run past him. Otherwise, he grabs you.
That would have been pretty cool to use the makeshift knife if you could, even if it leaves your inventory, just as like a powerful stun and you can get out of dodge.
That's what I used it for.
Oh, I did not know you could do that.
Yeah,
I did.
Well, you can do it from behind. You can't do it from the front.
Because I know, I could have swore Grace when she gets grabbed, she can use it as a.
No, if she gets grabbed, you can.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
I was doing it preemptively.
Oh, I did not know that. I never tried that because I remember I got grabbed by the light zombie. And after the cook, he grabbed me, and the makeshift knife that I had, I did use it on him, and I took off, and that's when I ran to the dining room.
You can do it preemptively with the blister heads.
That's actually, wow.
I think you can do it with normal zombies too, but why waste it?
Yeah, no, definitely not. So yeah, Grace has to get Emily to figure out the puzzle. By that point, you're introduced to the blister heads. If you didn't take out Chunk, you got another problem because yes, Chunk will interfere if you got Emily. And the blister heads come out to play in this segment, and you better have some hemolytic injectors. Do not use them for every schmo. Save it for the blister heads because it's going to make your playthrough a lot easier for Grace.
So, speaking of that, you say Chunk would have gotten in your way when you have Emily. Chunk saved me when I had Emily because he was taking care of the ones chasing me.
Really?
Yes, he bulldozes through them.
I did not know that.
Because you had already killed him in your playthrough.
Oh, I killed him as soon as I could.
Yeah. So I went back when you go, as Grace later, you can go back and then kill him. That's when I killed him. But in that section where you're running with Emily, trying to get her to the Braille puzzle, he runs in from the corner, from the opposite way, and then like knocks them over.
That is cool right there. See me, as soon as he came out, I said, "How many Requiem bullets I got? I got about 2, 3. Okay." And I think I might have used 2 hemolytic injectors. So I think I shot him twice, and I used 2 of them. I didn't care.
Well, the third one would kill him.
Yeah, I can't remember the resources exactly, but it definitely was one of those things that I was saving any blood for the hemolytic injectors. Like that was my go-to, and this whatever scrap. But yeah, I took him out as soon as I could because I want to make sure I could just explore at my own leisure because there's little vases and whatnot you can break. And I like to be thorough in every room because I didn't do what Resident Evil 2 Remake did where when you were done with a room, it would turn blue. That's something I wish they kept. That was really generous of them in Resident Evil 2 to tell the player, hey, you're done. There's nothing else here to explore.
Yeah, but everything shows up on the map. So if you see a blank room.
Fair enough, yeah. Because it's true, it'll let you be reminded you missed this herb.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there's an herb there. There's a bullets there. So at least it shows you everything. If you've been in the room, it shows you.
So little Emily figures out the puzzle, and surprise,
snatch.
Like aliens, the matriarch taking Newt, that's what happens. And she gets dragged into a basement hole and Grace has to jump down. But wait, there's more. Back to Leon.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I'll let you helm this real quick.
So you're once again using Leon and you're on the other side of what was locked for Grace. Because Leon comes in, I believe it's from the roof, right?
Yeah, he was in like an attic.
Yeah, so he's in the attic, and he's talking to Gideon, making his quips and going back and forth with Gideon. And he has a little scuffle. I don't remember the exact lines. You might.
I remember he mocked his teeth for lack of brushing.
Well, yeah, he makes fun of his breath. And Gideon's like...
Yeah, Gideon was like... Yeah, he was like...
He's like, fucker?
He's like, you know how much I spent on these? He has gold teeth in his mouth.
Like, do you have any idea how much this costs? But, so Leon eventually breaks free from the chair.
Yeah.
And Gideon's like, oh, shit. Trapdoor.
Yeah, Dr. Evil, yeah.
So, you have to make your way downstairs from the attic. And,
document.
What?
He finds a document.
I don't remember the document.
The tease of 2 brothers.
Oh yeah. Okay, so the document talks about two brothers that just keep eating, getting bigger. So it's basically explaining Chunk.
And when I read this, I felt like, shit. I already have an idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, so you go downstairs and you see another fatty going to town on is he security? He had a shotgun. It's a cop, I guess.
He's eating something. There's a little present for you. But here's the kicker about this one. Chunk will eat anything and everything. Chunk 2 that Leon is running into craves only one thing, and that's human flesh.
Yeah.
So he is gobbling this scientist or whatever the hell this is.
Well, I think it's a cop of some kind because he had the gun.
Right.
The gun comes out of his hand. So, but yeah, so hey, you're introduced to your first shotgun in the game. So you basically have to do, a merry-go-round throughout the entire attic with Chunk 2, chasing after you and you blasting him from the ceiling.
A lot of fun with Leon with the hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grace was terrifying because you had to kind of bait him to your play style, how you want to take care of him. If you didn't want to kill him, you don't want to kill him, but there's most killing him. Chunk 2, though, this is a boss battle. Like, you have to fight him.
Yeah, you actually have to kill him. So.
And Leon with the hatchet, you best believe any prompt came about. Yeah, I gave him a migraine.
Mm-hmm.
And
every time you're above him and he doesn't know exactly where you are because you stunned him or something, comes down with the hatchet. It's a good feeling.
The shotgun was not great, though. I was not a fan of the shotgun.
Oh, that's how I was stunning him.
I didn't mind it with him, with the blister heads.
Uh-huh.
Dog shit. I thought it was terrible.
I was just waiting for him to get close.
Hey, listen, good on you, man. Because the one later on, then it was a wrap.
The riot shotgun.
It was a wrap, especially with the charm to shoot him from further distances. Oh man, it was over with. But yeah, that is a fun boss battle. Great little tease, reintroduction to the character. I killed almost every zombie with Grace in the facility, so this was a short segment.
So for him, it was a shorter segment. For me, I left. Especially the blister heads, I left them in Grace's part. So I had plenty to play with as Leon.
I think only the ones with Emily that I took care of when she's doing the puzzle, I did take care of. But I could have swore there was a couple blister heads for Leon I had to deal with. But the zombies, there was not a lot of zombies.
Oh, well, I still had probably 6 or so zombies. So I was just coming up behind them, just, oh, what are you doing over there? Oh, hatchet right to the skull.
And Leon has these little wardrobe things so it's good to explore because even though it puts it up on the map, and it's great because it's not having you to force track or relearn the whole map for the most part. Everything that Grace has learned, Leon's going to know. So the little wardrobe things, definitely he can break open with his axe and, get some extra bonuses and whatnot. So,
and see, I was noticing the wardrobes whenever I was playing as Grace, and the dichotomy of the two campaigns is that Leon, he gets ammo and stuff from killing enemies. So whenever I would open the wardrobes, I would leave that stuff for when I came back as Grace.
Wow, generous.
So like that's how I got resources for the next part.
That's generous. Me, I'm just like, yeah.
I was trying to play it smart.
It was just one of those things that I don't know for Leon how bad the enemy drop was going to be because it's obviously the action section. Mm-hmm. So that's what it was. I was preparing for the next fight basically. So
I mean, at that point, I had pretty much mastered the hatchet, so I wasn't getting hit.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's good.
But so eventually, you I think if you had killed the enemies as Grace, this would probably be the shortest amount of time
as Leon. Definitely.
Because like when he goes to the office, it pretty much just
and then you get a little bit more plot going forward.
Yeah.
And what would you say that was the biggest piece of plot that was revealed? Was this more really on Grace, you would say? Just figuring out what was going on?
Up to this point, yeah.
That they definitely were stalking her. They definitely knew that she was a target.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a tease of a female voice on his, intercom. I mean, it's happened throughout, but hasn't been revealed yet who the character is. But now back to stalker enemy territory. This was a doozy of a section.
Well, she doesn't show up for a little while.
True. You're right. It's really revealed, I would say, once she's reunited with Emily, but Emily's in the jail cell taking a nap. But yeah, this part.
Yeah, so you're in the sewer area, and Emily is trapped in a jail cell that the girl put her in, and you basically have to get these plugs from different areas and unlock the cages.
That's the short and sweet of it, but man,
I'm trying to speed up because otherwise we're going to be here for
yeah.
But
what I just want to say on a quick note, man, this is creepy. There's jail cells there, and there's like a full-on slaughterhouse there.
So like the jail cells reminded me of Revelations 2.
Oh yeah, great game.
Where Claire started her.
Yeah. With Moira, definitely.
Like, I was definitely getting Revelations 2 vibes from it.
I just think that whole thing with the slaughterhouse, I was just like, whoa, dude, what are they doing to all these bodies? Because there's talks that
conveyor belt with the grinder,
that X Projects and maybe even Rhodes Hill like workers.
It turns out, you didn't hear this from me, folks. Bill Gates is the one who funded this. His new meat projects. This is new beef.
Yeah,
you didn't hear it. You didn't hear it from this podcast. Yeah. But anyway, so this is actually the second I would say first real time I died in the game as Grace, because at this point I had no bullets with the Requiem. I had no bullets with the handgun, and there are no resources in the sewer. Did you notice that?
It was limited because
you get bottles.
The lockpicks was definitely needed because that's where you would find stuff to form Requiem bullets. One of the lockers did have the silver.
I didn't even have the formula for the bullets yet.
Really?
I didn't get the formula until I went back up. So I couldn't make bullets.
I was thorough as hell.
I could make handgun bullets, but I didn't.
Yeah, I was
using them for injectors. But anyway, so I had no resources when I was down there at all.
So that was a segment.
Bottles, that was it.
And that's where you will learn the recipe for the Molotov cocktail.
Yeah. So I didn't have the Molotov cocktail yet. So I did have the recipe, but I didn't have the stuff to make the Molotov.
Fair enough.
So whenever I was in the little circular room and you had to put the 2 in, as I was putting the second one in, the girl grabbed me.
Was it instant?
Oh yeah, it was instant death.
You had green health.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because I had like zombie. I think there was like 4 zombies on the path to the circular room where you put the 2 fuses, and the girl came down as I was putting the first one in. I'm like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do the second one. No, big mistake.
She had dropped down twice, and I had a Molotov waiting for her ass. Because I was the one where I believe it was like a lockpick was in that room, and you had to kind of put the fuse in the other room because you had to move like some crates.
Yeah.
But she had dropped down. I went, and then later on, it was in front of the part with the conveyor belt leading to like the slaughterhouse part. When she came down, and I think I had to get the plug from there. She dropped down. I lit her ass. I ran. I took off like a bat. And then they introduced a blister head there in that segment. Wait, you bitches, man. It's like anytime you get comfortable, they pull the plug. But it's moving forward, though. Go ahead and you get Emily out.
So, yeah, you get Emily out. And I knew it was coming. When you get out of the elevator shaft, I knew that arm was coming. I was waiting for it, and just like that.
I was wondering what the hell you did with that.
So the arm, there is a puzzle, and it's with the sequencer back at the lab.
Yeah.
And apparently it's like some kind of like thank you message or something like that. Like, oh, I don't remember exactly what it says, but it's basically like thank you for.
See, I'm not going to do it because there's no trophy for it, which is crazy. Yeah. You think going the extra mile for that?
You would think that it would give you like
a gun.
Or just some kind of unlockable thing, like maybe a new costume or something.
Because that would have been cool. But yeah,
They could still patch it in.
Yeah.
Because they're still doing stuff with the game every now and then.
So we got Emily. She's safe. She's sound. Go ahead and find a helicopter. I think his name was Harry. Harry was got a bum leg. And he's like, hey, keep the girl safe. I just need you to get the key.
I suspected he was going to do something with Emily. I really did. But he was a good guy.
Yeah, he was a good guy. Yeah. So you go in this house, and most craziest basement you'll ever see. They got more lab projects. Big old vat. What is it? Was that even blood?
That elevator reminded me of the third Resident Evil live action movie, where the room just goes.
I thought of The Dark Knight.
Well, yeah, his.
I think the third movie when Talia and Alfred were in the elevator. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. More experiments.
But there's also another item that doesn't exactly fit.
Oh yeah, because it was like the hourglass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that was another like.
Because there was like the bottle and then the hourglass, and you had to choose the actual one you needed.
Yeah, more bonuses there. That it's not really a bonus.
What I think you read the code and it's like Morse code for something or something like that.
And so we got more projects there, and to get the helicopter key.
I actually loved the part where it was flooding.
That was great.
Oh man, that was so well animated.
The extinguisher thing with kind of being like the hemolytic extinguisher basically, and it this lasagna flying everywhere, and I was just like, okay, this is pretty cool. It was cool to see kind of Grace also like her gun was coated in blood, and like, she was coated in blood. I was like, all right, this is pretty sweet. I like that. Yeah. Then lo and behold, you get the helicopter key, flying up in the air.
Immediately taken out. Like, I just went through all this, and you're telling me you can't fly more than 100 feet? Come on, Harry.
And now we're back to Leon, and it's time for him to save some damsels in distress, because now we have little Emily that we got to protect too. And you get the sniper rifle, and God almighty, that weapon is a godsend. That rifle, I never got rid of it. I upgraded it when you got the scope. I was blowing heads off.
Did you do what I told you to do after that section?
What was that?
Take the scope off and use it.
I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it.
Oh, dude. So, for the pro player top tip, the rifles in this game, you can aim them like a normal gun. Using the normal sights, you don't have to go into the zoomed in mode if you take the scope off. You can use them as basically a Magnum with way more ammo. So because you get rifle shells by like 7, 10 at a time.
It's generous.
So once you max the gun out as Leon later on, that's a Magnum. It's a unmodified or unupgraded Magnum shot.
And you get a charm too that benefits that. But I was just enjoying picking from a distance. I ain't gonna lie. You see someone turn to a blister, it was over with. It was done. I mean, for the most part, 1 to 2 hits, but it's a great gun. They give you like a silencer one. I saw the stats. I said, I'm good. Okay.
The handgun, you mean?
No. The second sniper rifle was like an automatic with a silencer, and I'm just like, I put a silencer on it if it's not going to help the gameplay. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I used it. It's not as strong, but you can fire faster.
Fair enough.
Better piercing.
Fair enough. But I stuck with the first rifle for that whole game, and I was using it even in areas that was not even open-ended. I was going to town with that thing. So yeah, Leon.
So well, hold on. So as you're sniping people, Grace and Emily are making their way to the church.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the next big set piece is.
Yes, sir.
So go ahead.
You're introduced to a new enemy. This thing reminded me of the bloater. Was it the bloater from The Last of Us?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. It's got pustules all over him, and it's essentially a super like blister head in a way, because essentially little pustules is kind of like what's on the blister head's head, basically. So you got to aim for those suckers. And it's kind of sort of a mini boss battle for Leon per se, even though you kind of run into a couple later on in the game and whatnot. But a lot of fun, though. A lot of fun. The grenades are trash unless it's a double one. I'm not going to lie.
The heavy grenade, yeah.
Yeah, I threw some singles and I'm like, yo, these things feel like they're not even working. Yeah, but the double, that... Yeah.
The heavy grenades are definitely more useful.
Oh, yeah. I was combining them anytime I had multiples. Yeah, great little fun segment. Then they get separated again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think this is the final stalker enemy part for Grace.
Yeah.
By this point, I got to be frank, I was tapped out with the stalker enemy thing because first segment, fantastic. Second segment, okay, you got the Molotovs to help you. By this point, I was ready for it to be done.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little reckless here. This was actually where I first got bit by her, but I didn't die actually because I had the charm that helped you take fatal damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's what saved my ass. I had taken a good hit from her. It's crazy. I never used a Requiem bullet on her.
I know.
And
there's a trophy.
There's a trophy. So my second playthrough, I'm going to get out of my way.
That was the second time I used the Requiem as Grace to get that trophy. I'm like, all right, I have all these shots.
Boom.
I started using them.
And unfortunately, poor little Emily is injured after said helicopter crash. So it's a matter of trying to save her life. You take out the girl, the stalker enemy that's been messing with Grace. You take her out.
Go back to Emily. And
this is
she
what
passes away.
Yeah.
Leon shows up. He's like, I'm sorry about her. We have to go. Grace is like, no. Then she starts mutating.
He didn't hit any vital points, though.
Well, no. She hasn't mutated yet.
I'm sure.
She starts going into the whole Morbus blob thing. And Leon's trying to shoot her, and Grace is like, no, stop, it's Emily. He's like, you think I don't know that? I just saw this happen. But he's like, I got to.
But you actually get to shoot, too. That's the best
part.
Yeah.
So, like, you're shooting it. Chunks are flying off, but none of them are vital, even though the thing goes down.
And I'm to be honest with you, I was aiming for the head the whole time. It was pretty vital where I was aiming.
I shot right in the eye.
Yeah, so it was pretty vital. Yeah.
Like, I don't know what Leon was shooting at, but when controlling it, was definitely shooting at the head.
Yeah. So, yeah, Danny DeVito.
So this is the moment I was talking about earlier, where I was just like, Grace, what are you doing?
How dare her?
You're making really dumb decisions right now because the girl you just met a half hour ago passed away.
How dare her toss Requiem like it was a piece of garbage?
Such a good looking gun. I wish I could get one in real life. But you can't. Because there's like 3 in existence.
Man, get that sucker 3D printed. But yeah,
it's not the same.
We're introduced to Zeno. Gideon's there. And Grace decides to fly off into a helicopter because they're kind of honey potting her into finding out, the truth and what's going on. And, this is where the game definitely Leon full reign.
Yeah.
He makes his way to Raccoon City. We're going to try to hustle this a little fast.
We're going to this is the part that everyone was waiting for.
Yes.
In like all the marketing where you see like the RPD building. So you go through Raccoon City. This is the first time since the Resident Evil 3 that we've actually gotten to explore a little bit of Raccoon City. And you do see some of the things you saw in Resident Evil 3 remake, like the gas station and stuff. The gas station is where like Carlos shoots Nemesis with the rocket launcher. But so you're making your way through the city as Leon, and you come across BSAA containers. That's where you start getting your upgrades for your weapons, and you start going into the buildings, and you are basically following a BSAA team, and you get like the little video surveillance. And Leon is shown on the video of Zeno killing the soldiers with his cool rifle gun. And he notices like Grace is with him following him somewhere. So you eventually find the way to get into the container containing the motorcycle, and you have probably the weirdest thing, the most Resident Evil 6 part of this entire game.
That is very fair. Yes. So.
Oh, I actually skipped a part.
Go ahead.
The spider.
Oh yeah, Leon gets a cool boss battle.
Yeah, whenever he's in the city, he gets attacked by the spiders that were not in the Resident Evil 2 remake, that people were kind of bitching and moaning about, but they put it in Requiem. So
there you
got
go.
the spiders.
Call him a can of raid. He takes that sucker out and a couple little creepy crawlies,
But yeah, go back to Gideon. Right.
Gideon, this is definitely the most over-the-top part of the game. Still a lot of fun, still entertaining. So Leon is on his bike, and Gideon is trying to stop him to getting to the Ark. The whole point is to get to really Raccoon City. He's kind of on the outskirts for the most part with the whole putting the bomb together. But,
the bomb is for the gate.
Yeah, for him to get through. And Gideon is with a missile launcher, and he's shooting, and there's these updated Cerberus. Yeah, his handgun's automatic. All of a sudden, the alligator snapper. I'm just like, okay, well, why can't we use this in the regular game? But nevertheless, really cool little standoff John Woo moment. Leon uses his axe, and Gideon and him go with a little collision course. Leon wins. Gideon falls off. Boom! Leon makes his way to the police station.
Jumps up the building.
Very fast and furious.
Very Resident Evil 6, if I have to say.
That's the only over-the-top part.
Yeah.
It's still entertaining. It's still a lot of fun, but you kind of like...
It's very fast, actually. They're jumping the shark a little bit.
There's a little extra nacho cheese there, but, it's good. It's fun.
He lands RPD right there. This is the nostalgia for all the people playing since 1998 with the original. We're back in Raccoon City. And this is not a remake. This is, after 30 years of it being bombed, and everything is being shown like a flashback as you're walking through. Like these little flashbacks will happen, showing you the before, and now you're seeing the after. It's really well done. I have actually another little. This is super nerdy, it doesn't matter. Leon makes a joke about the zombie going to the snack machine. It's a different zombie than was in the Resident Evil 2 remake.
I'm going to need a refresh on that, but I hear you.
So in Requiem, it's a skinny white guy banging on the machine. You kill him and he's like, yeah, still here. But in the Resident Evil 2 remake, it was a fat black dude.
Oh,
so I understand he's not going to be fat after all these years. He's not going to be white either.
He's just being humorous.
Like clearly not the same zombie, even though they have Leon say a line like it was the same zombie. So
the tofu cameo was pretty cool.
Yeah, him.
Yeah,
bouncing across the window.
That was really cool. I saved that on my PlayStation. I did a little thing. I was like, "Oh snap, it's tofu!" I was like, "That was really cool." And here is Leon still trying to be on Xeno's heels. Grace is there. He goes through the infamous gate.
Mm-hmm. The gate that he locked.
That he got saved from Marvin Branagh because he almost got snatched and almost got him like a Thanksgiving turkey. But yeah, that's where you got to go through. Go ahead and encounter Xeno. And boy, oh boy, we get the next surprise of nostalgia. What a dose. And it was pretty cool.
You get a little micro stalker segment.
Very tiny with Leon. Yeah, Mr. X comes out to play in the police station, and you got to run for the hills. Yeah, you can shoot him to, stun him, to move where you need to go. It's very quick. It's very fast paced, but it definitely gets the blood pumping. It's very, very, very cool. Very cool moment in the game. And I was like, damn, I want to fight him in the police station. Like, what? I was a little upset by that. I was like, where'd he go? Because all of a sudden it was like it was done. I was expecting to keep patrolling the police station.
Then you go out in the police station to the other side of it, and then it's the outside segment leading to the orphanage, and the remake of 2, and he comes back.
Well, hold on, Robert Kendo. The callback to Robert Kendo.
Yeah, so he gets a little flashback of Kendo in the gun shop, and you see what became of them, of Kendo and his little girl.
And there's another weapon there. You could choose to use it. I didn't use it, but if you want to use it, great. Little show some love for Robert Kendo. You know what I'm saying? Because they fleshed him out better here than the original game, because they got his ass pretty good mere seconds after you're introduced to him.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, man.
So you make it to the sports court.
Yep.
And then that's where Tyrant comes down again.
There is a cutaway that we might have missed with a flashback before the orphanage after Mr. X. You know which one I'm talking about?
No.
Remember the Children of the Dam thing where you got to sneak around?
Oh, yeah. I didn't like it. It's creepy. I didn't like it.
It's creepy, but...
Okay, so... you're right, because you were playing as Emily.
Yeah, because you no, I think her name was Chloe or something. Because it was right before the encounter with Mr. X in the police station. I believe it does do a cutaway with Grace talking to Zeno, and then it does the flashback, and you're in the orphanage.
Yeah,
and it's very Children of the Damned because they got red eyes, little kids. They look like porcelain dolls too. They're like they got like a lobotomy scar and whatnot, and it's all first person. No, it's not first person. I forgot. Underneath like the table and stuff like that went first person. But yeah, it's like little Emily but with a different name, because they kind of revealed that
the girl was her twin or the other clone.
Yeah, there's some cloning going on, and when you see these girls, you're like, hey, they kind of look like Emily, but like Satan possessed them.
They're all Emily's.
Basically, yeah. So it's very creepy.
Just bald.
You're hiding underneath the table. You're hiding underneath the bed. These little girls are giggling, and it's spooky. But the short and sweet of it is, it's revealed that there's some cloning there.
Yeah.
Back to Mr. X, you get to fight him. That's Leon's next boss, and
he catches a rocket.
Requiem galore, bro. I unloaded Requiem. I was like,
I ended him with Requiem. I saved it to the last shot. I'm like, okay, I think I've damaged him enough. Took his ass out.
I was like, this was for, yeah, and
hey, you just from the start.
I didn't care. I used it, and I gotta say, man, fun, real fun, especially a little mutation and whatnot. But yeah, man, damn, that was a lot of fun. And then you move on to the orphanage and kind of getting close to the end game, because the whole point is getting to Ark. This is where we encounter the plant, right? This is where we start getting like the plant really as the main.
They're like the subway tunnel and all
yeah. I had to refresh my mind because I went on vacation and I had taken a small break from the game. But
the whole shooting the glass so the zombies fall through, that was unique.
That's where I died as Leon.
You shot, or dude, I saw a video of someone who tossed a grenade. All of them shattered and he fell. I'm like, what did you think was going to happen if you tossed a grenade there and you're standing on it? Tell me you didn't do that.
No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
I didn't do that. What happened was, it was actually one of the enemies that had an explosive attached. I was trying to shoot his hand, but it kept going back to his head and the helmet, because I think they didn't turn off the aim assist, because they have the aim assist like automatic, like slightly. It kept going to his head. I'm not trying to shoot his fucking head. I'm trying to shoot his hand. And that's what happened. He got too close to me. Boom. I was pissed. First, and I think the only time I died as Leon. I was fuming. I was like, man, fuck this. I was fuming. Went back, finished it. But that was during the Raccoon City outskirts part. Yeah, because that's when you're assembling the bomb. We kind of skipped past that, but hey, we're trying to move forward. So Leon is dealing with a big old plant on the way to Ark. And yeah, man.
Well, no. The subway and stuff like that was all during the plant section, because the plant was the thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, I'm just like leading to Ark, though. The plant was there. That's the short and sweet of it, though, because we're trying to get...
There's the boss battle with the plant.
Yeah, that was lame, but I mean, it was still fine, though. Every Resident Evil game has a boss that you don't care about.
Like the best, not the best. the worst Resident Evil boss is still better than a lot of bosses you see in games. So like it all makes sense when you see the mutations happening. So it makes sense.
Yeah, kind of took me back though to the first game, seeing the plant though, so that was pretty sweet though. Even though what was it? No, Yawn was the name of the snake, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so you get to Ark. Leon's not doing so good, and you already
Puffing
know.
and puffing.
Yeah, and Sherry is concerned for his well-being. That's the person in his ear.
Mm-hmm.
Sherry, because she's not in action, she's infected because it's essentially them being in Raccoon City. You were poisoned. You were already infected. It was just slow.
Mm-hmm.
So you could only imagine maybe Jill and Chris.
Yeah, all of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Claire.
So yeah.
All the outbreak survivors.
Yep.
So
yeah, so Leon is suffering because he's exerting himself a little too much in the name of figuring out what the hell's going on. So you're at Ark, and this is where another dose of the nostalgia sandwich is coming in. Probably the best enemy in Resident Evil 2. It doesn't matter OG or remake. The liquor is in full display again. And this is an Umbrella facility Ark. Umbrella is got its name, including like the locks. It's like the Umbrella logo and just beat red, and when you unlock it, it's beat green. So yeah, there's a lot of little tests. I
like the statues.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Little testing pods of projects. Still got your zombies, but yeah, the liquors come out to play.
Okay, so I have a question about your playthrough with the liquors. Did you ever, when the soldiers come in, the Umbrella soldiers come in, did you use the liquors against them?
No.
So, another pro tip. Whenever the soldiers are rappelling down, if you shoot the glass that the liquors are in, the liquors will kill all of them.
I did not know that.
So you don't even have to fight them.
I'm going straight John Wick the whole time, literally. And at the end, I'm like this. I'm like, I tear the shotgun. I reload it. Bam! He comes up. Bro, I unloaded fast. I'm like, oh, because I'm here thinking like, this thing is breakable glass? Yeah. I kind of bullshitted a little bit,
The liquors is where I got the sniper rifle fire through 3 enemies at the same time.
No, it was Requiem, bro.
Or whatever gun it was. So like, it would be a Requiem. I think it's any gun.
I thought it was Requiem, but I mean,
I'm pretty sure I did with a sniper rifle.
But but hey, more power to you because I didn't get that one.
Because so like there's a section with the liquors where there's 1 on the ceiling and 2 on the ground.
No, there's more.
Well, there's more, but
yeah.
I'm saying this one corner.
Yeah.
There's 1 on the ceiling, 2 on the ground. And I threw the glass so the one would drop, so all 3 of them were in a line, and
very nice. So you had the piercing one. Okay, I thought it was Requiem.
It might have been. Either way, I got the trophy.
Well, you said you had the piercing rifle. I forgot that had better piercing, because I stuck with the first rifle because it hit like a freight train. That's why I loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, heavy. Another dose of nostalgia, man. It's an Umbrella facility, front and center. The liquor's coming out to play. You're playing as the main one of the main heroes of the franchise. I mean, the nostalgia. You're in Raccoon City, so literally they stacked that sucker up in this finale, going into the finale. The liquor part with Leon, I would say for the most part, I was using the sniper rifle more than anything. Because I was still trying to avoid using Requiem. I really was. It would have been 1 hit kill, maybe 2 hits to kill the liquor. But the room that wraps up Leon's segment before I think you play as Grace either this last time, I can't remember.
So it's basically the last time, yeah.
The elevator room. I look, and I'm like, I feel like the guy from The Thing. You gotta be fucking kidding. Like, that was literally me. And that was probably the last time I had to go. I didn't know what to do, but I had enough grenades that were double stacked. So I was using the upgraded assault rifle because I had enough ammo. Pretty stupid because it's not really the best gun to use, but I took one out fast. It took probably a full clip. I'm running. I'm shooting down the hallway. Run. Boom. Yeah, them grenades were handy. Yeah, and it took them out. Thank Christ. I missed the trophy to cut the tongue out.
Mhm.
But it is what it is. I had it, and it was right there. The opportunity was there, but it slipped my mind. But it is what it is. I survived a whole room full of
And
liquors.
this part is also where Leon, his gameplay is being affected because he's like slowing down. So you're actually actively getting slower, and he has to stop every now and then because it's like the virus is poisoning him.
Yeah, because before Leon's segment, really with the liquors, even though you get that one liquor to take out the infantry, and you run into the hunk boss, Grace, she gets to deal with the liquors, but hers is very different, right? She actually gets like a corrosive acid.
Yeah, she gets the tools to deal with them quickly.
Yeah, and let's be honest, if you take your time, piece of cake. This segment, real piece of cake. You might have an enemy that does take bullets, but by this point in the game was pretty generous, I would say, with Grace's resources. Just manage your acid accordingly.
Yeah, she had bottles galore. I think I ended her segment with like 4 extra.
Yeah.
Acid. Like I had like 2 fires, Molotovs, and like 3 acids. So
it sucked because I had thrown a bottle of acid and I took out 2 liquors, but one of the zombies I thought was gonna kill him.
No, it doesn't kill him. The fire kills him.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, but
I had that same thing. I'm like, I don't really want to waste a fire on him by himself.
Oh no, I went and used the handgun. I just said, okay, if a liquor comes, I'll just throw another jar or something. But yeah, Grace's segment by this point, very generous. There's no more stabilizers. There's no more extra healing. None of that. It is done. So whatever you do, put it towards the handgun. If you depend on the difficulty. If you're playing hard difficulties, maybe be generous with your health. But the stabilizer makes the gun shoot better. So that's what I did personally. So yeah, by that point, Leon and Grace, even though they're separate, it's the same objective. They're trying to get to, I think, like a records room or something like that, and deal with Zeno. Because Zeno, at this rate, he's like kind of sort of front and center as the villain. So they unite because Grace kind of helps Leon get back on track to moving on where he needs to go. They run to Zeno.
Yeah, you have to play as Grace to get up to a thing that can help Leon get to her.
So this part, we can move on to the ending, I would say.
Yeah.
So the Elpis is the biggest thing about this plot.
Elpis is the new virus of this game.
There's 2 endings to this game.
Mm-hmm.
I picked the good one, luckily.
I did too.
You have a choice of destroying Elpis. Zeno has Leon kind of sort of on the brink of death. You can choose to destroy Elpis, and that's what Leon is what he's telling you to do, or you can go ahead and pull out Elpis. Well, we already said spoilers. Pulling out Elpis is the good ending.
It's the cure.
It saves Leon. Zeno injects himself thinking he's going to be the next big badass because they're thinking that it's the next new virus, and it's supposed to be like a mind control thing too also. Nope. It completely cures Zeno of every single thing that made him
special.
Like Wesker. And guess who's back?
Gideon.
And he's missing an arm. He's missing an arm.
His motorcycle accident did not leave him whole.
They revealed that, Oswald Lee Spencer kind of regrets what he did. So
yeah, I guess we should mention that.
Yeah.
So Grace's mom was interviewing Spencer in like these little videotapes that Grace finds in the nest.
Yeah.
And so that's where Grace gets the idea of, from the interview, that maybe Spencer had some other type of plan for Elpis. So go ahead.
Yeah, and you find out how Grace gets with her mom in a sense because Oswald Lee Spencer had the baby. And this is Grace, and they never say like, oh, here's your daughter, but get where that's going to. He regrets what he did, and that's surprising because you look back at Resident Evil 5, Wesker kills him.
He's a real bastard.
Yeah, and you look back and like, oh wow, okay, well, you know what, hey, good on you,
And this is also the same, like the interview is being conducted in the same room where Wesker kills him later.
That's interesting. The mansion that Lost in Nightmares DLC happens. Yeah, it's a really cool moment seeing Oswald Lee Spencer, because if you know the franchise, you're like, I remember this character, So, Gideon's back, and guess what? Zeno the whole time you expect something. Well, my biggest gripe, Gideon executes him. One fell strike and his head comes off.
Nothing.
So to me, the character was a waste. You could have had a random scientist there the whole time, and I would have been fine with that the entire way.
Mm-hmm.
Zeno's wasted. Great value. Timu Wesker is done. There's no fight. There is jack shit with this character. And that's my biggest complaint. Again, heavily on the nostalgia side, but it's not a bad thing. It's just, it's heavy. It's heavy. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree, though, the lack of guns was also another little nitpick. So, yeah. So 3 things. Nostalgia side, a bit heavy. Zeno, waste of time. More guns. That's where,
And did you see how Leon, like after Elpis cures him of everything, he's back to normal, like surprisingly fast back to normal. Did you see him firing that Requiem in the cutscene?
I don't remember.
He's firing that 60 cal gun like it's no recoil at all. He's just like
the final cutscene.
He's just like do. He's not even flinching.
You talking about with Gideon though? The Gideon boss battle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah. There was no.
Yeah. Up until this point, he's firing the gun like this, and in that cutscene, he's just like.
I guess he must feel real good because he's like.
Well, like, what was it? Was it a cure or was it like massive amounts of steroids that work immediately?
He's like, best I felt in a long time. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
I feel like I'm 20 again.
You get to fight Gideon. It's a fun boss battle.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty cool. You get to actually use the rocket launcher.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice callback to Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, definitely. Or even OG ones. Yeah, I think with the Tyrant and whatnot. I always crack up.
Yeah.
OG Resident Evil 1 when you pull the trigger as Chris or Jill and the Tyrant's just standing there as the missiles come in. Yeah, just standing there and just lasagna.
It's like an old cartoon.
It's so funny. But yeah, fun boss battle, and he mutates into a nemesis basically because they kind of tease like the projects that were there and how much they cost. Lo and behold, you find out that Gideon is the nemesis, and he is a hefty price for him as a project. I guess it seems like, unless they have another one somewhere stashed. But Gideon gets taken down. Requiem is literally what puts him out. Like OG Resident Evil 3, you want stars? I'll give you stars. That's what he does. Yeah. And little doom and gloom for a second there because it kind of teases the audience like, oh snap, is this the end of Grace and Leon? Because the facility came down and it goes pitch dark. And then one of your least favorite Resident Evil characters.
So Chris's team shows up.
Yeah.
Was it the Wolves or Wolfpack or something like that?
BSAA stooges.
Generic soldier guys show up and they're like, hey guys, don't worry, you're not going to suffocate and starve to death down here. We got you. So they pull them up to the helipad. And what every fangirl online cares about is after Leon talks to Grace and says, I didn't shoot Emily's vital points, even though the player clearly shot that thing in the head.
Yeah.
She could still be out there somewhere. Leon walks away. He pulls the glove off. Pulls the other glove off. He's wearing a wedding ring. Oh, wedding ring. Who's he married to? I wonder.
This is like the great debate right now online.
So who do you think he's married to?
I'm going to say Claire.
You think? Okay.
I'm going to say Claire.
Okay.
It'd be interesting.
I hope for Claire too.
But it's weird because it's like
second best Resident Evil girl.
But he does say like Chris's team, so it's kind of funny like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like possible brother-in-law, huh? Coming in to save the day. To save his day, even though Leon saved the fucking Grace too. Let's give some love to Grace too. But yeah, I hope he's married to Claire. Ada played that man too much. As great as she is, she's
the girl who comes by when Claire goes off to work.
Basically,
But so yeah. So fast forward a little bit past the being rescued by the BSAA, and Grace is back at the FBI at her desk and everything, and it goes past Grace and starts zooming in on her desk, and you see a picture of her and Emily. Emily survived. How?
Again, they show her inside the monster like it's a mech suit.
Yeah, like it's like a cocoon that's and she's inside of it, perfectly preserved. Let's pretend for some unknown reason that she is preserved inside that thing. Before the mutation, she died. So did the mutation bring her back to life, then go over her like a cocoon,
Fix her injuries.
and fix everything that was going on inside?
It's
a huge plot hole.
Yeah, it is. Again, when Resident Evil, when you are mutated, you are the mutation.
Mhm.
You are not inside the mutation. When Nemesis turns into like his final version, he is mutating. That's the end all be all. William Birkin, when he's mutating, that is still him mutating.
Yeah, like everything you're shooting is still his flesh. It's just messed up.
They should have just said it's another clone, or again, like we talked about, Gideon, some type of drug of some sort. But then again, that kind of also would have been technically Elpis to some degree. Wouldn't you say like would have cured her?
I mean,
at that rate, just give me a fucking clone, another clone in that facility.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Elpis takes care of the mutation, but
because I'm thinking they already took Grace's blood.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If Grace was the perfect clone, then there you go. You already took her blood. Just make another clone. It's technically Grace.
Yeah. But that nitpick aside, amazing game. I'm gonna replay it on hardcore pretty soon. Again, 9.5, 9.25 from him. Amazing game. This is, in my opinion, the front runner for Game of the Year this year.
And even though I said 9.25 UA score, if anybody wants to take it into consideration, we'll just leave it at a 9.5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
it rocks.
We're not video game reviewers, movie reviewers. I mean, we give our opinions on it, but it's not like we're keeping tally of what this game was clearly 0.05 better than this game. We're not.
No.
So.
But if anybody ever did take our opinion, 9.5, that's the end all be all of it. Yeah. This game is great. It is fantastic with its action and with the creepy factor of it being a horror game. There's a possible expansion that they saying that might come out. Fingers crossed.
When the hell are they going to do an expansion if Veronica is in February? It's already August.
Because Resident Evil 2 was 2019. They had Resident Evil 3. There was no expansion for 2. Nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, they had DLC missions for 2.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they had 3 of them, I think.
Oh, well, they still did.
The one I remember most is the Kendo and the Mayor's Daughter.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's a possibility, man. It's possible. And again, it's a different dev team did Veronica. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a different dev team.
So there is a possibility because the rumor...
But they're not going to release Requiem DLC after Veronica.
No. That means they'd have to release at any point in time.
Yeah, because it did soon.
Are they saying Veronica's listed for what, late winter or spring?
February.
Oh wow, that's like a year after Requiem, because Requiem was released like the last week of February.
Yeah.
So they got to wrap this up if there's even anything. Because the rumors I'm hearing, and take this with a giant brick of salt, I'm hearing the expansion definitely involves Ada and possibly Chris.
Well, yeah, because the actors.
Yeah, poor Joe. I wouldn't mind seeing an older Joe.
I mean, we did see an older Jill.
No, I mean,
Dead Island.
some seasoning.
She was seasoned.
All right, nevertheless, poor Jill.
She was a spicy meatball.
Let's give Jill some more love, or hell, Claire. I wouldn't mind seeing.
What do you think of the new Jill character model? I love it.
I got no problem with it. You talking about for Veronica?
No, that's Claire. I'm talking Jill.
So
Resident Evil 3.
Oh no, beautiful. See, I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was like a young Mila Jovovich. Like that's what it reminded me of. I'm like, dude. She would have been perfect for Jill, but instead we had to get a brand new character. And one day we're going to talk about these movies, and let's just say
we don't like them.
Yeah, we're not a fan. And it kills me. People will crap on the CG movies because visually it's not as pretty.
As you get into them, they are. Because
I like Degeneration. As soon as I saw it, I had a good time with it. I enjoy all the movies.
I think Degeneration. I think it probably should have killed the CG movies because that movie looked like ass.
But everyone thought because of that one, the first one was the airport with Degeneration, right? Okay. But everyone was kind of dismissing him after that.
Yeah.
That's not right.
I think Degeneration was a bad foot to start with. Because, like, after that,
I think Vendetta's my favorite still.
Have you seen Dead Island?
It's been a minute, but Vendetta, the whole John Wick Leon segment, geez,
That's true,
that was
yeah.
badass.
With him and Chris in the hall,
Yeah.
But like even was it Damnation, the second one?
Damnation was the second one. That one was okay.
Yeah, like
that might be my least favorite.
The whole oh no, it's definitely not my least favorite. Like the whole tyrant thing.
I didn't like the French, like the two or the I can't remember the other two.
Some made up country.
They were like comedic relief.
Yeah,
I couldn't stand those guys. Yeah, like it's great Leon's there, but let Leon be Leon. Sometimes these supporting characters that you make up, not necessary unless you're gonna put someone who's in the franchise. Give us some Rebecca Chambers, more Rebecca. I know she was in Vendetta. Give us some more of that because if you're not going to use her in the games, Billy Cohen, give him another opportunity.
Yeah, like I'm wondering why they didn't bring Billy back in the movies.
Yeah, or even Barry because we didn't get Barry till like Revelations 2. Come on, man.
Barry would have been good in Dead Island too.
Yeah, and I hope they don't stop the CG movies. I really hope they don't stop because, again, if you're not going to use these characters for any type of game or expansion, show them some love in the CG.
Dead Island got my two favorites on screen for the first time ever together.
Because I think these CG movies is straight up just Leon front and center. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.
He's the best character in the franchise. But yeah, man, not to detour to wrap this up, I would say, man, great game. I hope that the expansion happens.
If it doesn't, I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
Like, I got my $70 worth out of this. Like, They added a little, was it Leon?
Leon Must Die Forever.
Yeah, so like they added a little online mode. So it's basically mercenaries. Didn't really play all that much. I'm not really into the mercenaries, unless it's like a unlock for a different gun or something, like Resident Evil 4. But I'm so happy with this purchase. Like,
and
it doesn't get much better than this, honestly.
I'll be honest with you. If they ever make like a statue of like the girl as like a statue, that'd be like a day one purchase because I think she deserves to be at that Mount Rushmore of best designed Resident Evil enemies. Yeah, you got an OG Tyrant, you got to have Nemesis. She's on there, and to be honest with you, the door's open for whatever else you might want because like even if it's the Licker, the Hunter, I'm not gonna go with Yawn or Neptune. I'm not going to go with a fucking animal that's got the T-virus in it. I'm not going to do that. That's just lame. But
you don't want a T-virus shark?
Neptune killed me too many times, man. I had some bitter feelings about the fixed camera angles, and Neptune just snatches you, you know?
I mean, that's why you just press forward, run away.
Oh, yeah. Tank controls, man. Tank controls. But, yeah, highly recommend it. In-depth, spoiler, conversation, retrospective on this great gem of a game. Any final thoughts, man, before I wrap this up with our sponsor?
Yeah, man. Buy physical games, please, people. Show Capcom, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. Show them that we actually do like owning things. Because, spoiler alert, streaming is coming. Soon you will not even be able to download a game. So while you can, actually own something. That's all I got to say. I love this game. Kudos to Capcom.
Forgot to do the recommendation last episode. We're going to try to maintain that. We'll do two real quick. If I go ahead and recommend something to you, I'll do one other Resident Evil game. Do OG RE2. It's there. I think, honest to God, yeah, it's cheap. Get your hands on it. Now, if you try to go for like the GameCube copy or something, you're going to spend a little extra money. OG RE2, I would say. If I had to do a second recommendation, you know what? I'll go with the TV show Spider Noir. That's my two recommendations. What you got, good sir?
A recommendation, another Capcom gem, Pragmata. Released a little bit after Requiem. Capcom killing it all year. They got Onimusha coming up. it's a good time to be a Capcom fan. Even with physical media on its way out, I'm buying them all while I can. So
Lock it up, people.
Pragmata is my recommendation.
And then we'll go ahead and talk about our quick sponsor, Dubby Energy, sponsored Unapologetically Accurate. Go to dubby.gg for all their products. And we have a little treat for you. Coupon code at checkout, get you 10% discount. And that promo code is UAPC in capitals. Again, coupon code for a 10% discount from Dubby Energy is UAPC. We got this awesome tub from them as a gift. They're our sponsors. We appreciate it. You guys are great. Thank you so much, Dubby. And with that being said, if you stuck through the whole video, by all means, want to leave in the comment section, Requiem. That's the word. Leave that there. You know, you stay tuned the whole way. We appreciate the support. Unapologetically Accurate. Our link tree is in our bio of our channel. So by all means, give us some support, some love, like, comment, hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything. You know, we're going to keep you updated as best we can. But hey, this is Unapologetically Accurate. I'm your host, Luke. This is my co-host,
Jerry Lee.
Thank you so much for all the support. Again, Dubby supports the channel and you support them. They're all for the gamers. Thank you all. Appreciate you.